Is it possible to use Claude code to generate high quality ad images, YouTube thumbnails, and other social media content? Well, the answer is yes, my friends, and it is called the Nano Banana MCP server, and it might be the world's best image creating stack available yet. I've been using this for 2 weeks straight. Ad creatives, social media carousels, thumbnails, client mockups, all from my terminal. By the end of this video, you'll have it installed and generating quality images in under 5 minutes. And if you stay to the end, I'm gonna be dropping the sauce and how to take it to the next level with Canva. So here's what we're covering: what it is, full demo walkthrough, how it stacks up against Midjourney and using Nano Banana by itself, and the installation walkthrough. But here's the part that blew my mind. You could take any existing image, feed it to Claude Code, and have it modify it. Claude Code works with you to create the prompts to get this to work first shot. Change the background, change the style, add elements. It's not just generation at this point. It's a full editing workflow inside of your terminal. And when I show you the iterative loop with Canva especially, that's when things get extremely dangerous. What we have here is the Nano Banana MCP server, and Nano Banana is an image generation and editing tool from Google. Most people think Claude Code is just for building code. And the problem is most people don't understand that MCP servers and other CLI tools turn Claude Code into a much bigger platform. And this server turns it into a design tool. And this is a free server that you can get on GitHub. It can generate images, it can edit what's already existing, iterative editing, style transfers, combining elements, and we can change the different types of image models as well as configuring aspect ratios, which wasn't available on other Nano Banana MCP servers that I've seen in the past. And this matters because if you're balls deep in creating a landing page, an application, or anything high tech, now you don't have to context switch to another tool just to create your visual design. Production quality images at any aspect ratio at your fingertips, my friend. So enough talking. Let me show you what this actually looks like. I personally use Claude Code inside of VS Code, and if you want the full drop on how to set that up, I will tag the video down below as well as somewhere above. So I'll just start with a simple prompt like this. Let's create an image of a premium tech YouTuber's background from the webcam's perspective. I chose the aspect ratio, which is 16:9 for YouTube thumbnails. I gave it a color combo, and I didn't want any person in it. So let's let this rock. So what we're seeing now is Claude's gonna interpret the initial prompt. It's gonna generate a high quality prompt here. It'll call the tool, and then it'll generate the image for us. And here's the image. So I'll click into it, and here's our image. So now I prompted it to add some anime memorabilia above on the shelves over here, and I wanted it to delete the boom mic and keep everything else the same. So now we're just editing what it already built out. And this absolutely blows my mind because it kept the same image, same everything, deleted the mic, and added the anime memorabilia for me. So let's say I wanted to set up a carousel image and I wanted it to use my brand context. Inside this file, I have about my company, who I am, I have my colors that I like to use, so I'll have it reference this and create that for me. And maybe I'll do a 4:3 ratio instead. So I told Claude to use my brand context file, create the 4:3 carousel slide image. I fed it the concept of this video that I'm creating. I also gave it a previous example of a winning carousel that I did in the past to reference from. And lastly, I just clarified the ratio that I wanted. Let's let it rock. We're able to now use Claude's brain and thinking capacity to work with us instead of just one-shotting prompts into maybe you're using Midjourney or you're using Nano Banana by itself. Now we have a full-blown AI that's working with us on the entire process instead of just copying and pasting prompts, which a lot of us have been doing in the past. Okay, perfect example. I did the wrong aspect ratio, so I'm gonna ask it to edit it to 4:5 instead. But this is what it actually initially generated, and it's extremely close to the initial example that I gave it, which is super exciting. Come on, say you're excited. Say it with me. I'm excited. And then it made the update for me. So here's my final example before we move on. I'm gonna have it create a 1:1 aspect ratio ad creative to run on Facebook for people to join my school following brand context, and I have a custom skill called Thumbnail Packager that has a lot of really good insight as to how to create high converting images as reference, and I wanted to have only 3 elements max with a desired outcome in mind for the copy. And keep in mind, you can see all my files over here that I have saved about school. So it's going to understand the school brain that I have set up for this specific task, which makes this exponentially more powerful than prompting alone or copying and pasting your prompts into an image generation tool by itself. So we can see here, it's creating the 3 elements. It's following the 4 C's philosophy that I've instilled in the specific thumbnail packaging skill. And now it's creating the prompt for me. And as you can see here, it's following my brand colors. Consistency in your images is key when you're using these tools. Otherwise, you're gonna have all these different outputs that are just gonna be too much to deal with. This is how we streamline things. And this does follow my brand context for sure. 1, 2, 3 elements. And with the skill that I have, it's gonna rate it and let me know if it's above an 8, it's post ready. If not, we're gonna continue iterating. So if you want access to that skill, just go ahead and click the school link in the description below. It's free with no pressure to upgrade. I have a lot of free assets and templates available for you inside of there. And everything else that you can do with this tool inside of Claude Code is left up to your imagination. It comes down to how you want to use these tools. Now, here's the special sauce that I haven't dropped yet anywhere, and it's stacking this specific combo with Canva. And there's a new feature inside of Canva that makes this particularly the best 3-tool stack ever, maybe in the universe. So you can copy the image and you paste it here. And what I want you guys to do is click this edit button up here and use the new feature called Magic Layers. Now you guys might have seen the background remover for singular images, but Magic Layers makes every single piece of this image editable and also allows me to edit the text. As you can see here, now, if I click out, I can move this, I can move that, I can move the text, cool. I can even edit this text how I like. So let's say now that I've separated all the layers, I want to create a new YouTube thumbnail. I could have started with a 16:9 image, but I already have proven templates inside of Canva that I've used before. And I do it like this because I might only like the laptop or the background from this initial image. So if I paste this in and I want to get rid of this and I want to get rid of that, and this and that, cool. Now I have this specific piece and I can save it as an asset for the future inside of here. And as you can see, it's already saved. So here's a final example. Let's say I take this exact thumbnail that I've used in the past, I plug it into here. So I came to the repo, I grabbed this image, I took this Claude Code image, and I referenced the main thumbnail. So I said, use the Claude Code image and the Nano Banana MCP image, do a this plus that, and change the title here from It's Over to World's Best, and also change the background colors to fit my brand context. I also didn't mention a 16:9 ratio, but it should have referenced that since it got the initial image. So let's see. And here's our image. And again, same thing, magic layer that thing up so that I can edit the texture to fit this. I can move these images around after. And if there's anything that I don't like about this, I have a full-blown editing tool right here on the left, and I can go back and forth. So I get scalpel level editing abilities with all of my images for any purpose. I want to leave you guys with a final tip before I show you guys how to install this and set it up. Find as many reference examples as you can possible. Go to Facebook ad library, look for all the types of examples that you'd like to copy, look at winning YouTube videos and their packaging. And when I say packaging, look at their thumbnails, look at their video titles, copy those image thumbnails, give them to Claude and tell it what you want to create. Then you could bring everything to Canva and meticulously, scalpel-like, edit it to the way that you want it. I mean, you're totally welcome. But before I show you how to install it, the old way of doing this was using something like HiggsField, coming into the image section, giving it a prompt that we maybe copied from ChatGPT. In the past, I had set up different sorts of custom GPTs to help me create the prompts to feed into HiggsField. And this was before Canva even had magic layers set up. So I'd tell it what I want to create, feed all these reference images, copying and pasting. Instead of having my entire file system right next to me in Claude Code, I'd have to do everything manually. I'd copy a prompt, come to HiggsField, feed it in, drop all the reference images, and I'd have to iterate over and over and over again. And every time I created an image, I had to make sure that all the reference images were the same. I had to look at the prompt, and the conversation wasn't streamlined. It wasn't like 1, 2, and 3 moving forward. HiggsField was losing context for every image that we created. It didn't have memory of what we created before. And it's the same thing here with Google AI Studio. Yes, it was a little bit more intuitive, and the conversation was keeping up with itself with memory, but it was a secular tool. I wanted to create some images, go to HiggsField, Google AI Studio, same thing with Midjourney. The context switching is a pain in the butt. But now I do everything through Claude Code. So when I'm creating a landing page, maybe I'm using Paul to build out a new application, it has the full brand context inside of here. It already has other visual assets that I might have added previously. So when I'm asking it to create images, it's intuitive enough to know what to use and what not to use for the project at hand. One place, one tool, bada bing, bada boom. Come on now. Canva just truly takes it to the next level, allowing you to reuse all of these assets. And you can even create a quick access media folder that you feed to Claude. If you name everything effectively, it's like, hey, pull the image for Claude, pull the image for Carl, yada yada, or you could just drag and drop and have the file system in here. That way we can reuse all these assets, saving us even more time. You guys might have also seen my video on the Go Viral Bro plugin that I created. Go Viral Bro is a trainable social media coaching system for Claude Code. It helps you pull your competitors' videos, transcript them, let Claude watch them, find winning hooks, find the visual hooks, find winning ideas from YouTube search, Reddit, create different angles for them, help you script it all out and discuss hook ideas with you. Then you just post and you can run the analyze command for Claude to look through all of your content, long form and short form on YouTube, Instagram, and then feed it back into the brain to create a full iterative loop that makes you better and better every time you post. That's why I believe it's so crucial to have your quick access media folder set up with all of your assets and stacking it with Canva to make you even more dangerous. Now, how do we set this up? It's very simple, okay? What we have here is the repo, and all I want you guys to do is take the repo link, boot open Claude, give it the link, and tell it to set it up for you. While Claude is dealing with that, I want you guys to come to aistudio.google, log in with your account, and go down to Get API Key. I want you guys to create an API key, call it whatever you want, you don't have to worry about a project, and click Create Key. And if I click this, it'll have the API key for me, which Claude is going to ask for. If we see here, it's going to say Set Up Billing. We need to have billing set up in order to actually get access to Nano Banana Pro within Claude Code with the API key usage. Now, if you don't have a paid billing account or anything set up, you might be able to get free credits and a 90-day trial from Google. So click this link here. Now, the link you're going to be seeing is console.cloud.google. And when you create an account there, it should offer you a free trial with X amount of credits, which is incredibly useful and helpful. If it doesn't, Nano Banana is maybe like 10 cents per image, maybe 5 cents. So it's not very expensive whatsoever. I don't want to overcomplicate it, but just create an account here, add your billing details, and create the trial account. So now, as you can see here, my billing account is already set up. It's post-pay. And then you would just attach the billing details and make sure that the account that you're logged into here with Google AI Studio is the same account you're logged into on Cloud Console. So attach the billing, grab the API key, come back to Claude, and I already have it set up, but it's going to ask you for the API key. So you would just paste the API key here, tell Claude, here's the API key, and plug it into the correct env file for me, please. And env is basically environment variable. It's the access key to hook up to all the different APIs that you want to have access to. And I have mine set up right here. So once you're all set up, just boot open a new session of Claude, ask it to generate an image, pick the aspect ratio, maybe feed it some asset examples, and you're good to go. This probably should be me, but you're welcome. I hope you guys got a tremendous amount of value out of this video. It wasn't super extensive, but it's typically the smallest automations that you guys can implement that make the biggest difference. And this is no exception. And the idea isn't to just pick one MCP server like the one that I showed you. It's about streamlining all the different tools you use into one agentic coding software like Claude Code. So now Claude Code, or Anti-Gravity, can become your all-in-one business tool. Every day, there are new MCPs and CLI tools coming out. These terminal tools with Claude Code are becoming the everything tool. The people who use these tools now are the future. So I'll leave you guys with this. If you want to go from a level 1 Claude Code user, maybe somebody who's just set up their claude.md file, and maybe you're downloading some other GitHub skills and repos, to somebody who's level 5, building full end-to-end applications that are sellable and actually generating revenue, consider joining the school. It's linked below. It's the first link that you guys will see. I had mentioned earlier, there are a lot of free assets and tools for you guys in there now with no pressure to upgrade. But April 15th, we are launching the fully revamped classroom for you with our new flagship course, Zero to Dangerous, to take you from level 1 to level 5 with full access to all the tools that my team are using and the full Claude Code ecosystem that we've built in-house, including tools like Carl, Paul, Aegis, Skillsmith, and a few more. So if you guys do want to upgrade by April 15th, we will be including a free slot in our Builders Club where you can showcase what you've built with your funnel links, your call to action, and your contact information in case any one of our 1,900 plus members want to hire you or collaborate with you. And that's exclusive up until April 15th. Otherwise, you'll have to apply if you do want a spot in the Builders Club. So just throwing that out there. And if you guys found this particular video useful, please like the video and subscribe for more content like this because I'm doing about 2 to 4 long form videos on Claude Code workflows and templates just like this every single week, including the Agentic Operators podcast that me and my co-founder Chris Kaler have been doing since about 2 weeks ago, with one video dropping every week. So that is my daily sauce for you guys. I hope you guys are feeling saucy. And if I don't see you inside this school, I hope to see you guys on the next video. Drop any feedback you have below on what you would like to see next. God bless you and talk soon.